discussed earlier in an earlier video about shareholder dispute being ultimately a breakdown of the relationship, when shareholders perceive there to be a breakdown coming on, they should be proactive in understanding what is the value of their shares or the value of the shares in dispute. So if you're the minority shareholder who wants to be bought out by management, you should really understand what could you be getting, what's the fair market value of the shares. And conversely, if you're the management trying to buy out those shares, you should be looking back to see what you can actually truly offer. And the purpose of this is to really understand, what are the goalposts, and to avoid having a long-term ongoing dispute. And this is where valuation professionals can provide advice to help shareholders understand what is the fair market value of their shares, because typically your shares are worth far more than the pro rata share of the net asset values reported on the balance sheet. Now, in terms of other steps shareholders can take besides seeking valuation advice, is be more proactive when looking at the operations of the company. One thing I often see in some smaller shareholder disputes, or actually can even be larger shareholder disputes, is when the dispute starts, shareholders seem to step back from looking at the company, or don't want to have to deal with management, partly because the relationship between the parties is very contentious. What this can sometimes mean is these shareholders don't even go to the AGMs or EGMs of the company. Now, whilst this sort of sentiment is understandable, one important reason why you want to be going to these meetings is first, note any objections to any votes being undertaken or how the company is being run. The second thing is to collect any documents that are issued at these meetings, particularly if it's things like financial documents or board meetings, so that you can actually understand what's going on in the company. And so when you need to seek valuation advice to ascertain the fair market value of the company, it's a far more simple process than having to go through various legal rounds of discovery, for instance.